Have you ever thought about what a woman is really thinking when she says, "hello"? Is it just a welcome, or does it mean a lot of different things to her? Men often try to figure out how women think, but what if I told you that the ancient philosophy of Stoicism holds the answers? That's right. Stoicism's deep insights into human nature can help you see things from her point of view, understand her better, and connect with her on a deeper level. Today, we're going to talk about how you can use Stoic principles to figure out how women think, which is a complicated but fascinating puzzle. This video will help you understand those mysterious signals, whether you want to improve your current relationship or just get a better sense of your dating life. If you want to learn more about the complicated but fascinating world of a woman's mind, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Let's work together to solve the puzzle. Number 1. Keep your feelings in check. A man should always be able to keep his emotions in check. This central idea of Stoicism tells us to control our inner world, no matter what happens around us. Picture yourself in a tense argument where the other person is yelling and you stay calm and collected. This ability to stay calm not only shows emotional strength, but also garners respect. Women are naturally drawn to men who can stay calm under pressure and act with a clear sense of purpose. Say you're at a busy restaurant and the service is slow. Instead of getting angry and snapping at the waiter, you stay calm and understanding. Your date sees this and knows that you can handle problems with grace. This patience not only makes the evening more enjoyable, but it also shows that you can stay calm even when things don't go as planned. This kind of maturity and dependability is very attractive to women. Besides, self-control isn't just about dealing with outside situations. It's also about controlling your feelings. Imagine that you are being criticized at work. Instead of getting defensive or angry, you take a moment to process the feedback and reply thoughtfully. This shows maturity and self-awareness, which are qualities that are highly valued. Women like and notice men who can take feedback well and use it to make himself better. If you are in charge of yourself, you are also in charge of the situation. This means you can make things happen instead of just sitting back and waiting for them to happen. For example, if you're working toward a goal, like a career goal or a personal project, and you run into problems, your ability to stay calm and focused will set you apart from others who might give up or panic. When men can thrive under pressure instead of crumble, women notice and are drawn to them. Self-control also includes how you deal with relationships and interactions with other people. For example, when you're feeling jealous or insecure, you don't let those feelings control your actions. Instead, you acknowledge them but don't act on them right away. You talk to your partner openly and honestly, which builds trust and respect. Women are drawn to men who can handle their emotions and communicate effectively without drama or conflict in social situations. Self-control can make all the difference. For example, if someone tries to bother you or provoke you at a social event, you don't get angry or defensive. Instead, you stay calm and collected, and you might even make the situation more interesting with humor or a measured reaction. Being able to keep your cool when things get tough shows that you are mature and strong, making you stand out as someone who isn't easily upset. To sum up, maintaining self-control is a great way to attract women and get them thinking about you. It shows that you have a lot of inner strength and control over your emotions, which are both very attractive. By following this Stoic principle, you show that you are a man of substance who can handle life's challenges with calmness and confidence, which is a quality that will not only make you stand out, but also leave a lasting impression on any woman you meet. You'll stand out and be remembered if you handle crises with grace and your emotions in a mature and constructive way. Number 2, live by your values. Living by your values is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a powerful attractor in relationships. When you align your actions with your core beliefs and principles, you radiate authenticity and integrity traits that resonate deeply with women. Living by your values means making decisions that reflect your true priorities and aspirations. For example, if you value family and choose to spend quality time with your family over other activities, women will see that you are dedicated and responsible and value deep connections and loyalty. If personal growth is important to you, you'll put time and effort into activities that improve your skills and knowledge. Self-improvement is not only good for you, but it also shows that you are ambitious and determined to become the best version of yourself. Another part of living by your values is giving back to your community. Whether you're volunteering, supporting local projects, or just helping out a neighbor, your actions show that you have a sense of responsibility and compassion. Women like men who are kind and proactive and go above and beyond to make the world a better place. Setting limits is also an important part of living by your values. For example, if you expect everyone to respect you, make that clear in your relationships. This way, you can be sure that all of your interactions are based on respect, which not only protects your own well-being, but also the well-being of others, also builds a good relationship with others. Women will respect you for standing up for yourself and having high standards in your relationships. Being true to yourself and your values creates a magnetic presence that naturally attracts women who share your principles and admire your integrity. When you are true to yourself, you exude confidence and self-assurance, which are highly attractive qualities. Women will be drawn to your unwavering commitment to your values and the sense of purpose that guides your actions. It's important to remember that living by your values isn't just following a set of principles. It's about living those principles in every part of your life. Being consistent and authentic makes you stand out and leaves a lasting impression. Read cues from body language. Body language is like a secret code that can help you get ahead in any conversation, but especially with women. Think about being able to read a woman's body language and know if she's interested, attracted, or even ready to take things to the next level. This skill is like having a superpower that makes you stand out from other guys. Since body language makes up more than 60% of what we say, learning to read it can make your relationships with other people a lot better. You can learn a lot about someone's thoughts and feelings just by looking at their face, the way they stand, or even the direction their feet are pointed. It's not enough to just read someone else's body language. You also need to learn how to read your own. For example, you can use your posture, gestures, and eye contact to show confidence and attraction. By being aware of how you present yourself non-verbally, you can create an atmosphere that draws her in and makes her want to be with you more. Now let's connect this to Stoicism. Stoic philosophy tells us to be aware of and in the present moment at all times. When you pay attention to her body language, you're practicing this awareness. You're not just hearing what she says, you're also seeing how she acts and reacts. This high level of awareness helps you act well and connect with someone better. For example, if you're on a date and she leans in close, makes strong eye contact, and copies your movements, that's a good sign that she's interested. A Stoic would stay calm and collected. By recognizing these signs without getting too excited, you keep your cool, which makes you even more attractive. On the other hand, if you notice signs of discomfort or disinterest, a Stoic would not take it personally. Instead, they would see it as useful feedback, like a sign to change the subject, give her more space, or just accept that the connection isn't there. To sum up, being able to control and adapt your emotions to this degree makes you more resilient and less likely to be upset by negative responses. Body language is a powerful way to get women to notice you. You need to be 2 steps ahead of her, knowing and sending the right signals and creating a mood that naturally draws her to you. Like any skill, getting good at it takes time and practice, but the results will be amazing once you do. Start observing, practicing, and incorporating this awareness into your daily interactions. It will not only improve your dating life, but also your overall communication skills, making you a more confident and perceptive person. Great conversations start with interesting questions. Men who are naturally curious can use that to their advantage to ask interesting questions. This not only shows that you're interested in her, but it also helps you learn more about her in the context of Stoicism. When you ask thoughtful questions, you show that you value her thoughts and feelings, which can make her think about you even after the conversation is over. For example, instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" which can be answered with a simple yes or no, you could ask, "What was the best part of your day?" This question encourages her to talk more about her experiences and feelings. When you ask the right questions, you give women the chance to talk about themselves, which not only makes her feel valued, but also builds a deeper connection. For example, asking, "What are you passionate about?" or "Can you tell me about a time when you felt truly happy?" lets her open up and share more personal stories, which builds a bond between you. The key is to avoid questions that are too personal or invasive, and instead focus on open-ended questions that require a more detailed answer. Also, don't ask questions that you already know the answer to, as this can make the conversation feel forced. Getting to know a woman's private thoughts and feelings is understanding how women think is important for men who want to be successful in relationships. Women are complicated and often say one thing when they mean something else. To get into a woman's mind, you need to learn how to combine psychology with conversation. For example, if she says, "I'm fine," but her body language suggests otherwise, you can gently probe further by saying, "It seems like something might be bothering you. Would you like to talk about it?" This shows that you are paying attention and care about her well-being. By using psychology in your conversations, you will be able to get a better idea of what she is. This deeper understanding will not only make her think of you, but it will also leave a lasting impression. For example, if she tells you a story about her childhood, you can later bring it up in a thoughtful way. "I remember you saying how much you loved visiting your grandparents' house. That must have been a special place for you." Asking interesting questions is a powerful way to get a woman to think about you because it shows that you are interested in her as a person, makes deeper connections, and shows that you understand her thoughts and feelings. This approach, which is based on the Stoic ideas of empathy and genuine interest, will make you stand out and stay in her thoughts. 5. Listen with awareness. Men who get along with women do more than just hear what they say. They really listen. This means more than nodding or waiting for their turn to speak. To listen in this case means picking up on the tiny hints and non-verbal messages she is sending. This means paying attention to her tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. It's about trying to understand her on a deeper level while she talks. For example, if she talks about a hobby she loves, you remember it and bring it up in future conversations. If she talks about a tough situation at work, you show genuine empathy and support, showing that you care about her well-being. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to be present and fully involved in the present moment. When you listen to a woman with your full attention, you practice this principle. You're not thinking about or worrying about anything else. You're completely focused on her. This presence creates a strong bond and makes her feel truly understood and valued. But listening isn't just about understanding what she says. It's also about seeing things from her point of view. For example, when she's complaining about a problem with a friend, instead of offering solutions or judging the situation, you try to see it from her point of view. You acknowledge her feelings and validate her experience. By showing empathy, you show that you understand her point of view and are ready to support her emotionally. For example, instead of giving her advice or changing the subject, you could say, "I can see why that would be really frustrating for you." This way of being there for her makes her feel heard and appreciated. More importantly, this level of understanding gives you a huge advantage when it comes to building a deeper relationship. When you know what she wants and how she thinks you can respond in ways that resonate with her, you'll be able to make thoughtful gestures that show you've been paying attention, like remembering her favorite book and surprising her with a copy of the newest book by that author. Women often show how they're feeling with short, subtle body language or facial expressions. A quick glance away, a small frown, or a look of surprise can tell you a lot about how she's feeling. Being in tune with these signals will help you figure out what she's trying to say without her words being spoken. To listen deeply, as Stoicism suggests, you need to be patient, present, and empathetic. You want to make her feel important and valued, which will make her think about you more. By listening with your whole being, not just your ears, you make a connection that goes beyond words and touches the core of who she is. This is the key to getting her to think about you, because she will feel a genuine bond and appreciation that stands out from the rest. Number 6. People who are patient are good people. Being patient isn't just about waiting, it's also about how you act while you wait in relationships. Being patient is a strong trait that shows how strong and emotionally mature you are. As Stoics, we believe this. Accept that life is uncertain and deal with it with grace and strength by being patient. Think about the beginning steps of getting to know someone. Don't rush into things. Let the relationship develop naturally grow. This thoughtful approach not only shows that you respect her pace, but it also shows that you can stay calm when things are uncertain. For example, instead of rushing to meet up or texting her all the time, you give her room and time to show interest in you back. Your actions make her feel loved and appreciated, which leads to a stronger bond over time. Being patient in a relationship also means realizing that deep connections take time to form. It means letting her open up at her own pace and respecting her limits. Imagine you're having a deep conversation with someone and she doesn't want to share something personal. Instead of pushing her to open up, you listen carefully and reassure her that she can share when she feels ready. This gives her a sense of security and comfort, making her feel valued and understood. Also, patience isn't just for the early stages of dating. It means dealing with problems and disagreements with a steady resolve. For example, if you disagree with someone, you don't react immediately. Instead, you take a step back, listen carefully, and respond thoughtfully. Imagine that you and your partner are disagreeing about an important matter, but instead of getting angry or defensive, you calmly listen to her point of view, accept how she feels, and work together to find a good solution. This shows that you want to understand her and find shared ground with her. Being patient isn't about being passive. It's about being proactive, understanding, and emotionally strong. By following the Stoic principle, you build a relationship based on trust, respect, and lasting connection. So the next time you want to rush or act without thinking, remember that patience is a virtue that will make her think about you more, appreciate your presence, and build a deeper, more meaningful relationship with you. 7. Understand women's behavior. Being able to read people like a superpower. Imagine walking into a room and knowing right away who everyone is, what they want, and how they might act. This skill is especially useful when it comes to understanding women. When guys master this skill, they can easily and confidently handle social situations. Let's look at this from a serious point of view. Stoicism tells us to look around and understand things without judging them. When you talk to a woman, pay attention to her body language, tone of voice, and the words she uses. These small signs can tell you a lot about how she's feeling and what she wants to say. For example, if she crosses her arms and looks away, she might be defensive or not interested. On the other hand, if she leans in and maintains eye contact, she's probably engaged and interested in the conversation. Imagine you're having a conversation with a woman at a coffee shop. She keeps looking at her phone. Her body is slightly turned away from you, and her answers are short. These signs show that she might not be fully present or interested. If a man reads these signs, he can either change the subject or decide it's best to end the conversation politely. On the other hand, if he doesn't, he might keep talking about himself and find that she quickly leaves the conversation. To really read a woman, you need to know when she's comfortable, nervous, excited, or bored. Knowing this lets you change how you talk to her while still showing empathy and genuine interest. For example, if she seems nervous, you can make her feel better by telling her a funny story or asking her about something she's really interested in. This not only makes her feel better, but it also shows that you care about her feelings. This skill is also great for getting to know someone better and making deeper connections. When men are present and truly listen instead of just waiting for their turn to talk, women appreciate it. This kind of attention can make a woman feel valued and understood, which makes her think about you even when you're not around. But this kind of attention comes with great responsibility. Stoicism teaches us to be moral with our skills. Just because you can read people doesn't mean you should use that skill to get what you want. Using what you know to make interactions pleasant and build real relationships. For instance, if you know a woman is having a hard day, offer your support instead of trying to take advantage of her. Reading women is a powerful skill that can help your relationships and love life if you can do it without judging them. By showing empathy and using your insights in a responsible way, you can make connections with women that make them think about you long after the conversation is over. This is in line with Stoic ideas because it stresses mindfulness, moral behavior, and the importance of real human connection. Number 8. Show empathy and understanding. Stoics thought that it was important to understand other people, see things from their point of view, and respond with kindness and wisdom. Empathy, the ability to truly understand and share another person's feelings, is a powerful trait that fits in well with these ideas. Having this trait is especially important when talking to women because it lets you connect on a deeper level than just talking. Imagine that your partner is stressed out after a long day. Instead of ignoring her feelings or trying to fix her problems right away, take a moment to really hear her and understand how she feels. Let her know you understand how hard things are for her and that you are here for her. When you empathize with a woman, you create a space where she feels safe to talk about her feelings. For example, if she tells you she's disappointed about a project at work, you could respond with genuine understanding of her frustration. I can see how much effort you put into that project and how disappointing it must be to not see the results you hoped for. This shows that you are not only listening, but also feeling what she is feeling. Empathy helps you understand her needs and wants without her having to say them. It's like tuning into her emotional frequency. When men master this skill, they can handle all of a woman's emotions with grace and understanding, creating a bond that is hard to break. This connection makes her think of you because she knows that you truly understand her. Additionally, when you practice empathy, you embody the Stoic principle of being present in the moment. Instead of being preoccupied with your own thoughts or judgments, you focus on her and her experience. Being mindful can help you connect with her more deeply and make her feel valued. Empathy also means being patient and letting her fully express her feelings. If she's upset, instead of trying to fix the problem right away, you could say, "I'm here for you, and I want to understand what you're going through." This shows that you care and respect how she deals with her emotions. Women naturally seek partners who can connect with them on an emotional level. When you show empathy, you show that you understand how she feels and can make a strong emotional connection with her. This makes her feel understood and appreciated. Making an impression that lasts means more than just understanding how she feels. It also means making her feel understood. This builds a strong emotional bond that makes her think of you even when you're not there. By following this Stoic principle, you show her that you are not just any man, but a man who values and understands the depth of her emotions. Number 9. This will make a woman think of you and keep her coming back for more. Accept the power of solitude. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. It's a choice to spend time by yourself to think, recharge, and get back in touch with yourself in Stoicism. Solitude is an important way to reflect on your life and learn more about yourself. Accepting solitude shows independence and self-sufficiency, which are naturally beautiful traits. If you make time for meditation every week, you'll develop a sense of inner peace as you sit quietly, focus on your breath, and let go of daily stresses. This calmness doesn't just stay with you during meditation. It spreads to your daily interactions, making you more grounded and centered. When you're grounded, people, especially women, notice how stable and calm you are and how well you can handle life's ups and downs. Writing down your ideas and feelings in a journal is another example of how writing can help you understand who you are, what you want, and who you are. Being self-aware is a powerful relationship skill, because when you know yourself well, you're less likely to give in to outside views or pressures. Women like men who are sure of themselves and their way in life. This kind of confidence is magnetic. Hobbies like reading or hiking can also help you feel better inside. These activities let you explore your interests and passions without being interrupted. For example, if you like to hike alone, reaching the top of a mountain and feeling a deep sense of accomplishment can help you become more resilient and self-reliant when you talk about your experiences. Women are interested in your drive and the strength you gain from these strong solo adventures. It's also a time for personal growth and development. Thinking about your values, goals, and aspirations can help you stay true to yourself. For example, if you think about what really means to you, like honesty or kindness, you'll act in a way that supports these values. By practicing solitude, you show that you value self-discovery and personal growth, which makes you more attractive because you live with purpose and conviction. Ultimately, embracing the power of solitude is about taking care of your inner world and building a strong sense of self. When you have a healthy relationship with yourself, you naturally attract women who are drawn to your authenticity and inner strength. They see a man who doesn't need other people to complete him, but chooses to share his wholeness with them. This makes you more interesting and shows that you don't have to be lonely when you're by yourself. Women like and value this trait in a man because it means he is strong and balanced enough to be on his own, but also ready to share his life with someone just as strong and self-aware. Number 10. Work on controlling your emotions. Stoic thought stresses the importance of controlling your emotions, which is also a key part of making relationships that last. It's about controlling your emotions well, responding thoughtfully to situations, and staying balanced even when things get tough. For example, you've just had an unexpected setback at work. Instead of getting frustrated or angry, you take a deep breath, think about what happened, and respond with a clear head. This calmness not only eases stress, but it also gives people faith in your ability to deal with problems. Women and men are both drawn to this steady presence because it shows power and dependability. Imagine that you and your partner have a disagreement. Instead of letting your emotions control your response, you listen carefully, acknowledge her feelings, and explain your point of view in a calm and respectful way. This not only stops the disagreement from getting worse, but it also shows that you are emotionally mature and self-disciplined, which is very attractive and reassuring. Emotional control also means knowing how to use empathy and compassion in your relationships. By being aware of other people's feelings and responding with empathy, you create a supportive and nurturing space. For example, if your partner is having a rough day, you don't brush off her worries. Instead, you show your support and show that you genuinely care. Having this mental intelligence helps people connect more deeply and makes the ties of trust and understanding stronger. Emotional control also means controlling your reactions. Instead of reacting quickly to criticism or provocation, you pause, think, and choose a constructive course of action. For example, when you hear harsh criticism or comments, you don't lash out. You take a moment to process them and respond thoughtfully, or sometimes you choose not to respond at all. This shows maturity and self-discipline, which are very attractive in a partner. Emotional control also includes how you talk about your feelings. By expressing them clearly and politely, you show that you are in charge of your emotions. Encourage open and honest communication in your relationships. Being honest builds intimacy and mutual respect, which is the basis for a lasting connection. For example, if something is bothering you, you could calmly tell your partner how you feel instead of holding it in or getting angry. This honest exchange not only solves the problem, but also strengthens your emotional bond. Emotional control means taking charge of your inner world and getting better at handling relationships with grace and understanding. When you live by this Stoic principle, you create a presence that is both comforting and captivating, drawing people to you. Connections that matter. Women naturally like men who are in charge because it shows that you can handle the ups and downs of life with ease, making them feel safe and important in your company. Developing emotional control changes not only how you deal with your own feelings, but also how you interact with others. This has a lasting effect that strengthens relationships and attracts people who admire your strength and calmness. By following this Stoic principle, you become a beacon of calm in the storm, which is a trait that is highly valued in any relationship. This concludes our look at how Stoic principles can help us understand and navigate the complicated and fascinating world of a woman's mind. I hope that the point of view I've shared here was both interesting and useful for you. The main ideas of Stoicism, like patience, empathy, and being aware of both spoken and unspoken communication, are very useful in this process of understanding. These ideas are not just abstract ideas, they can make a big difference in how we interact with others. For example, when we practice patience, we give ourselves time to really listen and connect, knowing that every interaction has layers worth exploring. Empathy lets us put ourselves in someone else's shoes and understand how they feel and what they think. Improving our ability to read verbal and non-verbal cues helps us respond more thoughtfully and appropriately, bridging communication gaps and promoting mutual respect. Whether your goal is to strengthen the bonds in an existing relationship or to gain a better understanding of how you interact with women every day, these skills will help you. These wise words from Stoics can change the way you do things. If you use these lessons, you can turn simple conversations into deep ones and casual ties into deep ones. If today's discussion struck a chord with you, or gave you new ideas, I encourage you to interact with this content. Clicking the like button helps the channel a lot and makes our content more visible to others. If you're not already a subscriber, you might want to join our community for more in-depth discussions. Looks into the relationship. Dynamics is a personal growth and useful philosophy. I'm really interested in hearing about your thoughts and experiences. How have you used Stoic ideas in your relationships? Do you think these methods help you understand and connect with women? Please share your thoughts and stories in the section below the comments. Your feedback not only helps our community learn, but it also helps us come up with new material. Finally, don't forget to watch the suggested videos that keep popping up on your screen. They were carefully chosen to go along with what you've learned today and give you more information on how to build healthy, respectful relationships. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.